Freedom, it is the word we repeat to ourselves to sleep at night. We believe we are free because we have choices. You walk into a supermarket and you see 50 different brands of soda. You turn on the TV and you see 10 different news channels arguing with each other. We look at this chaos and we call it the free market. But what if I told you that it's all a lie? What if the 50 soda brands were all owned by the same people? What if the chaotic competition of capitalism was actually a carefully orchestrated theater play? While we were distracted by politicians and celebrities, a silent coup has taken place. Two monolithic entities have quietly swallowed the entire global economy. They own the media you watch, the medicine you take, and the technology you use. They are the architects of your reality. And most people don't even know their names. To understand the scale of this, we need to abandon normal mathematics. Meet BlackRock and Vanguard. Together, they manage roughly $20 trillion in assets. If they were a country, they would be the third richest superpower on Earth, sitting right behind the United States and China. Go to any financial website right now, look up the shareholders of Apple. Who's number one? Vanguard. Number two? BlackRock. Microsoft, Vanguard and BlackRock. Amazon, Alphabet, Facebook, ExxonMobil, Pfizer. It's like a glitch in the matrix. The same two names appear at the top of the list for almost every major company in the S&P 500. They are the permanent government. Presidents come and go, but Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock, he stays. But here is the twist. They didn't steal this power, we gave it to them. They popularized passive investing, index funds, ETFs. Millions of people poured their retirement savings into BlackRock's iShares and Vanguard's funds because it was safe and cheap. But there was a catch. When you buy an ETF, you own the financial value of the stock. But historically, the asset managers retained the voting rights. This means that for decades, Larry Fink could wield the voting power of millions of people. He could walk into a meeting with a CEO and say, I represent 20% of your shareholders. Do what I say. Recently, facing political pressure, they launched programs like voting choice to give some power back to big investors. But make no mistake, the influence they built over the last 30 years has already shaped the boardrooms of every major corporation on Earth. But money is just ammunition. To win the war, you need intelligence. BlackRock possesses a weapon that no government on Earth has. It is called Aladdin. Aladdin is a supercomputer that monitors every single trade, risk, and asset in the global market. It is so powerful that even the Federal Reserve, the central bank of the United States, hired BlackRock to use Aladdin during the 2008 crisis and the 2020 pandemic. Think about that. The US government rents its financial brain from a private company. If Aladdin were to shut down tomorrow, the global economy would freeze. It is the ultimate kill switch. With total control over capital and data, they introduced a mechanism for control, ESG, environmental, social, and governance scores. Think of it as a social credit score for companies. If a CEO refused to push a specific agenda, their score dropped, capital dried up. Recently, the term ESG became toxic. Larry Fink even said he stopped using the word because it became too political. But changing the name doesn't change the game. Whether they call it conscious capitalism or transition investing, the mechanism remains the same: centralized conformity, making sure that from Silicon Valley to oil refineries, everyone sings from the same song sheet. But surely, there is one place where you are safe: your home. Wrong. We are witnessing a massive shift in the housing market. While BlackRock focuses on the stock market, a wave of institutional investors and private equity giants like Blackstone and Invitation Homes have started buying up single-family neighborhoods. They are paying 20 to 50% above asking price, in cash. A regular family trying to buy their first home cannot compete with a multi-billion-dollar private equity firm, so the family loses the bid, and then they rent the house. The goal of this financial system is simple: the death of ownership. They're turning a nation of owners into a nation of permanent tenants. A subscription-based life where you pay for shelter every month but own absolutely nothing. So who watches the Watchmen? Who owns BlackRock? If you check the filings, the largest shareholder of BlackRock is Vanguard. And who owns Vanguard? Here lies the final mystery. Vanguard is a unique structure owned by its own funds, which are owned by the investors. It is a snake eating its own tail. a closed loop of infinite capital with zero accountability. We have built a machine that runs on greed, optimized by AI, and enforced by monopoly. The question is not whether they are evil. The question is it safe for any shadow to cast a darkness this long?